Well, Kaylee, it's nice to see you today. What brings you in?
It's nice to see you too. Thanks for having me. Today I'm here because I'm noticing some traits in myself that I'm not loving, like bitterness, I guess is a word I would use, regarding my in-laws. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, if I'm understanding you correctly as we begin this, you are kind of having some challenge with maybe some things in your heart that you feel towards your in-laws.
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay, great. So, tell me more about that.
Um, where to start? I would think it's mostly to do with my sisters-in-law. Well, there's two of them. Um, my father-in-law passed away tragically 3 years ago, I think. And so it's just the two sisters-in-law. One is a full sibling, one's a half sibling, and then I have my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law um, needs some caretaking. And so my husband and I have taken that on. He's the youngest in the family, and his sisters are older. And since the passing of his dad, that has really fallen to us, and there hasn't been a lot of offering or acknowledgement from the sisters what we do. So that's caused this bitterness to grow in my heart a bit about why the youngest has to do everything, let alone why
Mhm.
just one sit like it should be all three of them because it's not even my biological mom, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Um, I guess the first thought that I have is I just kind of sense this, and just correct me if I'm wrong, it almost feels like a heaviness
Mm,
that maybe that is kind of in the space as you're just talking, just a heaviness of different things going on that I don't know, I just feel a heaviness. What do you think about that?
I think that's accurate. It does feel like a lot going on and it does not feel light, that's for sure.
Yeah. Do you um I guess something, if you don't mind, that I can relate to, just sharing is um in that is kind of having a friend in my own life has shared that she doesn't think that certain people should have responsibility to take care of this person and that person with loss, and you want to be there, and but yet you don't know how to be there, or you feel like you should be there. Like, she just talks to me about those things, and
Sure.
um I guess it could feel almost a heaviness because I remember talking to my friend and feeling like I just needed to listen,
Hmm.
and not feel like I had all the answers, because we don't always have the answers. So I'm just thankful that I can just listen to what you have to say and kind of talk through that with you, because
Yeah,
sometimes we just need someone to talk to that and listen to about that.
absolutely. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So kind of talk about what are you feeling right now in all of these different pieces and puzzles throughout this process with your family?
Um, the first word that comes to mind is guilty because I don't want to feel this upset towards his sisters. Um, I guess it has to do with growing up in the church, maybe, and my desire to be more like Jesus every day. That does not feel very Jesus-like. And we've been married 6 years, but these patterns have happened for the last decade that I've known my husband. So I feel a lot of guilt. I think another thing I feel now is just I feel very proud of my husband for taking the stance he has. God laid it on his heart to take care of his mom. He feels it's his biblical
Mm.
duty. And I feel very proud of that. And I'm like supportive 100% on this side and then just super upset on the other side. So maybe
Mm.
two-faced, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, maybe part of me wonders if something is deeper going on beneath that response of feeling that guilt.
Possible. I could see that. Maybe because that's not how my siblings and I have a very different relationship. We're very close. And I do feel like I should be closer to his siblings because that's all I've known growing up is just siblings. Like we spend our free time together, and that's just not how his family rolls at all. So maybe I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
Are you close to your family?
Yeah, very much so.
That's really great. Kind of, I see that a shift too is when you're talking about your family, between the dynamic of you're proud of your husband, but also on the other side, right? And then we shift to talking about your family and you feel, I don't know, just I sense like just relief of like, yeah, like I saw the change in the shift of you more excited about like I am close to my family and
Yeah,
maybe you just super value, just sounds like you value the family
I do.
dynamic of how close you are and how maybe some gratitude.
A lot of gratitude. I'm very blessed. The more people I get to know, the more I realize my family's very unique in a really great way.
That's really great. How do you what do you think would work in regards to like have you talked to your husband about things going on and how you feel about that?
Hmm. Yes, I'm very grateful. He's an incredible listener. He's an amazing compartmentalizer, I guess, because he's very aware of how frustrated I am with his sisters. Um, and how proud I am of him. We have these conversations probably monthly, like when we balance the budget, because it comes up then. Um, so I think he's very aware of it, but he does not feel like he has the power to change things. I think especially because he's the youngest and the only boy, I don't think he feels like he's a happy listener to me, but he can't do much to change what's going on.
Hmm. Yeah. Just so you're aware, I think sometimes people definitely feel that way and don't always know what to do with that. And it could lead to some confusion.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. How much, where are we at time?
It's 24 and we start at maybe 16. It might have been 10 minutes. It's hard to know because it's not timing us.
Maybe we'll just time it. Maybe we'll just end.
You want me to pause it or stop it?
Pause.